Today I'm going to be trying something a bit crazy, which will be going for the Comanche Commander 2 Megapops on Sanctuary, which is a pretty difficult map to do a 2 Megapops on, I'd say. So this one's going to be a little bit tight, so I'm going to be trying to do as best as possible in the early game, really like not having to get as many pops stolen. There will be a few here and there, but quickly I'll be able to like transition out of that. The one concerning thing is that like with these harder maps, there's a lot of starting towers that are forced. So there's going to be like 3 dart monkeys and that sniper monkey that's going to be sitting up there taking pops for like the rest of the game, unless I Chinook it out, which is going to be out of budget. So they're just going to be staying there, and you kind of have to take that into account. Usually a dart monkey will get like 3,000 pops, a sniper maybe more so around like 4,000. So that's already a decent amount of the pops stolen. If you have like a Dora with you, you can sacrifice them, or if you have Chinook, you can Chinook them out, which sometimes is like necessary for hard 2 mega pops on expert maps. But here I'm not going to be able to do that, so we're just going to leave them in. The plan will be going for Glue Storm and Call to Arms. The one annoying thing is that I can't get Absolute Zero, which is like the best 2 mega pop tower there is. Well, for the support that is, but I can't do that because I will not be able to get the tele in range of a village. Therefore I will not be able to get MIB, which would be required for the Comanche Commander to pop the frozen balloons that the Absolute Zero produces. Now there is one approach that takes this a little bit differently and will involve buying the heli upgrade way later. I get it on round 30. This would kind of get it in the late 40s, I guess, if you do like really greedy withdrawal in a dart lane start, but that would involve getting an ice first and then placing the heli on the top island, where you'd then be able to get a village right next to it if you freeze the water there. So that's something that is possible, and I thought this wouldn't be as good because then I'd lose out so many pops in the beginning, and I thought I could maybe squeeze through the end, which unfortunately it did not really work out that well. And looking back at it, there was a completion of 2 mega pops on with the Comanche Commander on this map a long time ago, way before there was some Comanche Commander nerfs and also a few Geraldo nerfs. So it's not like it's the exact same thing, but I believe it is still possible. And I asked some other people and they said it's probably still possible, just a little bit harder. But unlike what I thought, that approach actually seemed to just be better, and that would allow you to get the Absolute Zero, which is a necessity. So I did not end up getting it, and you'll see that later, just as a bit of a spoiler. So I guess the answer is no, I cannot do it. But anyways, it was still a pretty good attempt, and all the way up until round 98, I was on pace with the 2 mega pops challenge. Things just started to fall off on round 98. It was actually really close to being able to beat round 98 on par, and if I was able to do that, maybe I could like somewhat get close to doing 100, but I still think the 100 was a little bit of out of question for that example. Anyways, this also kind of makes me realize how like good at 2 mega pops some people are. Like clearly I'm not that good because I wasn't able to. Well, I thought of that solution, but I dismissed it as like not being better, but apparently it's better. So that sucks for me, I guess. And also like being able to pull off some of these crazy 2 mega pops on expert maps with just like really weird towers that you might think would not necessarily be that great at the challenge is just really impressive to me. So that's pretty cool. Like I saw some crazy ones with perma spike on Ravine and Ouch some time ago, and that was just really cool. So anyways, we'll just be moving on. I'll come back later, I guess. Getting up to the Comanche Commander wasn't that difficult. I still had to like tread kind of carefully, and there were some rounds where the duration lasted longer than the Comanche defense helis, so those are a bit of a challenge trying to figure out the micro for that and all. Like 63 took some time, and I think 65 was also pretty difficult just because of how long it is. So anyways, we do that, and then we'll get the Comanche Commander, and until like the late 80s when we start dealing with like really tanky ZMGs, then we'll get some issues, so I'll come back then. Alright, so I go for a Glue Storm next, the 052 Glue Storm. I can't get a 250 because then the corrosive will be stealing pops and that would not be very good. So we only have +2 damage, but this is still pretty good with the Comanche Commander. And then I'll go for Call to Arms next, along with a Relentless Glue at the top to stun a bunch of stuff. Now, all of this stuff will not steal any pops, so right now only the Comanche Commander is getting pops, which is pretty good. I have like a ton of pops spare for round 100, which is kind of the idea. You'd probably have to go crazy, but unfortunately, a bit of a mishap came, I believe it was on 94 here, yes, where I'm forced to use a rejuve just barely. If I were able to pull this one off without using the rejuve, which I guess I should have tried by using like the creepy idols or something, then I would have been able to use 2 rejuves for 98, which would probably have made 98 possible, just by using rejuves and stuff, which would then give me like a lot of leeway, because on round 98 is kind of where it all fell apart. This also kind of reminded me just like how important that Absolute Zero is, because it would have been really nice to have Absolute Zero. It's just so strong in the 2 Megapops challenges, because you can just spam it in the ZOMGs and BFBs. They like literally move nowhere, and it also really like breaks up the round, so you can take it in specific chunks. Whereas with the Call to Arms and Glue Storm, I had to really take on everything all at once, and I got Pierce capped very often. So round 98, what I ended up doing to beat it, even though I know like the 2 Megapops is done, I can't do it with just 1 rejuve, so I put a few blade traps in there, and that's able to deal with the giant Pierce cap issue, and then I can beat everything else. I luckily can get that stall out, so I can get abilities up for 99, which I'm able to take out and try to get a little bit more of a stall here. That one didn't really work out as well, but for 100 I didn't really have much cash spare, nor did I have like any rejuves or anything, so a lot of pops ended up being stolen. This is why like even if I beat round 98 with the second rejuve, I feel like this one wouldn't work, just because of how much I had to get against round 100, which involved 2 genies and that like blade trap even to clean up, which just isn't that good. So even if I had the rejuve, I don't think I would have won, but Geraldo ended up taking up 126k, which is a lot, so didn't get it, but still pretty cool run.
Thanks for watching. If you want to help out the channel, you can check out these new videos, like and subscribe for more content, support the channel by becoming a member, and joining the Discord to chat with the community. Bye!